All right, guys, so one of my last videos, I talked about why people buy things, right? Wants, needs, desires, fears, frustrations, or they have an urgent problem. They have something that needs to be fixed, like immediately. There's also reasons why people don't buy. Um, and you've heard me say these a million times, but they don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you. So now more than ever, and I just made a video for a doc who he's like, what, Google, spinning its wheels a little bit. I was like, do videos, all right? Do videos. Put your face out there so people can engage, interact, and they can get to know you and they can get to like you. That's why you've seen me over the past several months really push Facebook groups, is because you can give them value and they can get to know you, like you, and trust you over time. Provide value first, transact later. People are skeptical now more than ever, especially in the world of functional medicine. They've been beat up, right? They've been beat up, and it's one doctor after another, and nothing works, and they're skeptical. Their walls are up. They've blown through a ton of money. They got medical bills like this. Okay, so now more than ever, you have to get these people to know you, like you, and trust you, and then you show them that what you have is the potential solution to the problem. Um, but that's why I like groups. And I had an but you have to be careful because let me just give you a quick story. I have an ADHD group, and we put about 300 people in that group in the first maybe week to 10 days, and now it's organically growing. Now we're over 400 people, just organic. I'm not running ads, but it's just growing organically. But now the you have to watch for spammers, because a couple days ago somebody was like, hey guys, I'm doing a research project, mental health project for my college, blah blah blah, big long deal, looking for guinea pigs to do blah, delete, black, you're done. Now it's people that are like, has anybody tried this medication? And then it's like, whew, and it's like, you should not try that medication. You should try this medication. And now it's like the group is like split a little bit. Like, people, I just showed you the path, right? And a lot of people did it. Like, we've thousands and thousands of dollars from that group in a very short period of time. Foods, nutrients, toxins, inflammation, stabilized blood sugar, colors, dyes. You get the idea. I give them the path. Other people are like, try this drug, try that drug. So today I'm going to archive that group. Probably. I'm probably just going to archive it and do another one, because I don't want to have to be a spam police. You get the idea. So the other thing I want to talk about too is direct mail. A lot of people, everybody's online, right? Google, YouTube, Facebook. A lot of times when people do that, no, maybe let's zig. When everybody's over here zigging and whatever, now I'm gonna zag. Now I'm gonna go a different direction. So now we're getting into direct mail. I found a company. They're local, actually. It's really, really cool because, in the world of Facebook, they give you custom audiences, and they can do lookalike audience, which means you can upload a list, right, or create a custom audience of, emails or whatever, and then Facebook can look at, okay, these are all the people. They look at thousands of different things of like what you're commenting on, what are you sharing with, what are you interacting. You can create a lookalike audience. You can do the exact same thing offline. So I'm going to give this company, again, they're local. It's a data company, but they also have a print shop attached to it that does handwritten custom like print. It's really cool, and I'm going to train on it once we test it and make sure it works. But I can give them my list. And last year, 2020, I food tested 471 people. I'm going to give them that list. I'm going to go back 2 years. So, maybe my goal is to give them a list of 1,000 people of my most recent patients, 1,000 patients. And they can create lookalikes offline. So they'll give me my ideal customer avatar, whatever, ideal demographic. It's female, 37, 2 kids. They make X amount of money, and they have a home, and their house is worth this, and it's so like, see what I'm saying? So they can create a lookalike audience. Now they can go pull those people, that exact same demographic, locally, nationally, wherever, it doesn't matter. But I'm gonna know exactly who that person is, and then we're gonna do direct mail. So it's gonna start with a 6x9 piece. 6x9 postcard. I'm going to follow that up with a handwritten letter, handwritten note. I'm hands off, right? It's the software that does it. It's the print shop. It's the technology. And then ringless voicemail is the third touch, right? And that kind of ties into a little bit of a text as well. Soft, not pushy, not aggressive, just a soft, ringless voicemail saying, hey, Dr. Mannie, we sent out a couple pieces of mail talking about food testing. Now, here's the thing. Would I do direct mail for thyroid? No. Would I do it for ADHD? No. Would I do it for weight loss? Yes, because it's such a huge pool of people. Would I do it for food testing? Yes, because it goes into weight loss, autoimmune, gut dysfunction, skin problems, chronic pain, inflammation. See, you can bullet point all these different people, so you can see what I'm saying. It's not so niche down. However, if you want to do some niche stuff, I'm not sure if you guys know of this, but it's called NextMark. You can actually go get a list of people that have certain conditions. So like it's again NextMark, nextmark.com. You can go to mailing list finder and you can do consumer. You can type in ADHD and it's going to give you it's kind of a database of people that have. So like for example, ADHD sufferers. This one. They'll give you a list. Let's see here. ADHD responsive audience of raise their hands, and they've raised their hands to receive treatment options via direct mail or email for ADHD. So it's not cheap. I mean, the minimum I think is 800 some bucks, but it's going to give you a list, a database of people with ADHD, and so that this could be your direct mail piece if you want to niche down. Like for me, just to start out, I'm going weight loss and I'm going food testing because it's like broad. But if you want to do like I want to do this direct mail for neuropathy, you just type in NEURO, or I want to do it for keto, or I want to do it for thyroid dysfunction or autoimmune stuff. Neuropathy Sufferers of America mailing list. So you get in here, 12 million of these things. The other cool thing is you can take this list, because they give you different things, obviously email, phone number, they give you all these things, data points. And this is what I'm going to do too with the mailing list that we get is I'm going to take that list that's going to be provided to me that we're sending to. We're going to send out 1,000. We're going to test it with 1,000 and we'll see what the ROI is on it. But then we upload that list as a custom audience into Facebook. So it's basically a 4-pronged approach where it's 6x9, okay, 6x9. Follow up with a handwritten letter that the machine does. Looks like I wrote it. Handwritten letter about food testing, the benefits. Okay, who could benefit, right? Why it works so well. Okay, follow up with that letter and then ringless voicemail. And by the way, now they're scrolling Facebook. They're seeing my happy face on Facebook as well. Dude, this dude is everywhere. And I'm just sending them straight into my funnel. You can retarget, of course. Send them to the funnel where they can buy the food testing and I'm fairly hands off, right? Because that's my project for 2021 is I want to be able to scale functional medicine where it's not going to require a phone call all the time. Like I still trade time for money. I still am in that game of talking to a lot of people, but I'm just being honest and transparent. It's getting a little old. Right, it's still the way to go. Right, I still love low overhead. I still love high collections, but after a while, you get kind of sick of talking to people on the phone. So my mission is to make 2021 figure out functional medicine and how can I scale it to the moon by taking me out of the equation. That's my project, and so this is one method of it's another form of marketing. Right, it's direct mail, whereas a lot of people are bombarded with Facebook ads, YouTube, Google, and that kind of stuff, which all works. It's fine. But this might be a way where we can put in $1,000. And by the way, the gentleman that I'm working with here, he just did a campaign. Generally, direct mail is going to pull a 1 to 2%. So if I send out 1,000, I'm going to get 10, 10 to 12, somewhere in there. But if he has a campaign with an e-commerce company, he did 13.8%. On a recent piece, 13.8%, which means, and now I'm not saying I can promise that result, but even if half of that, I mean, that's like, hey, we're going to send out 1,000, we're going to get 60, so 60 new patients, 60 people to actually pull the trigger and do something. So that is going to be scalable. So like if we can put in 1,000, flip it to 5,000, or put in, 2,000, flip it to 7,000. That's scalable to the moon. But how we're structuring this is that it's not going to take this, right? It's sending people right to the funnel where they can just do it. So, all right, guys, I'm rambling. They need to know you. They need to like you. They need to trust you. If you're scared of video, get over your fears. Just do it. Look at me. I'm nothing but a talking head. Right? I'm nothing fancy. I've got a light. I've got a ring light. That's it. And I have a computer that's shooting a video at me. You can do the exact same thing. Let me get back to where I was. Because you can do the exact same thing with your video, and it's all about just putting yourself out. You have to start from somewhere. You have to start somewhere. And you have a message. You have to get that message out there. And this is what I told the doc this morning. They say, what do I do next? You have to make videos. You have to get people to know you, like you, and trust you then. So give them value first, transact later. That's what I'm doing with my groups. We're doing that successfully with ADHD, thyroid. My next project is autoimmune. I'm leaving for Florida here in a couple days, so I'm not going to fire up the ads just yet. I got to get my videos done. But I believe, because of this vaccine crap, is we're going to have a massive autoimmune issue in the next 1 to 2 years. My prediction. We already have an autoimmune issue. There's 50 million Americans with autoimmune, but I believe this vaccine stuff is going to accelerate that dramatically. So I'm doing autoimmune stuff. So I'm going to fire up a Facebook group, and I'm going to fill it with, MS, rheumatoid, celiac, Crohn's, Hashimoto's. I'm going to fill that group with autoimmune, and then we're going to do food testing. Like, what's the message? Let's take the pressure off the immune system through food testing, all right? Let's reduce inflammation. Let's give the gut a break, because most of your immune system is in your gut, right? Let's look at nutrients. Where are we depleted? Let's stabilize blood sugar. You get the spiel. You understand that. So you fill up a group, show them the path, give them the path, and they'll do it. If they know you, and they like you, and they believe you, right? So, all right, guys, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time.